I'm Kat, and guess what we're reviewing?
We got Reach, Shirley. Why are you hard? I'm Mike.
I'm Kat.
And I played Halo Reach.
I didn't, so I'm going to interview them.
Where are we?
We're at the UNSC headquarters on Reach, or the ROM in Toronto.
That makes no sense.
Show them the manual.
Manual.
Let's cut the bullshit for once.
Everyone's been wondering, is this game as good as everyone's been hoping?
Yes. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of ODST. I thought, why is this add-on $60? Then Halo Reach came out, and oh my god, I don't even know what to say right now. We played this game for the past probably 42 hours straight.
Yes, I have eye cancer.
I'm really satisfied with the way that Bungie is ending the Halo universe.
That's what people need to accept, is that this company, Bungie, you might have heard of them, have been making Halo games for over a decade. And everything they learned, all the mistakes they made, have been taken away. It is the last Halo game. Sure, there's going to be other companies, like you said, that are going to make it.
Yeah, 343 Industries.
Bungie's not going to make anymore. Martin O'Donnell is not going to do any scores anymore for Halo. The music won't be the same. It'll be different.
This game is so jam-packed with Firefight, Forge World, multiplayer online, unbelievable. Like the campaign, spectacular. All of it on one disc. This is ridiculous.
So what is the storyline of this one? Where does this one pick up from?
We're not going to give away anything really. We're going to say a couple things because people are very worried about spoilers.
So let's cover this. It's a prequel to Halo Combat Evolved. Halo Reach takes place before the events of the first Halo game.
So you play as Team Noble this time around, and this is the first time you really truly have this sort of team put together that you play with the whole game. So the one thing about the team is they're all cliches. You can't play any of these characters. They're just walking around with you the whole campaign. In the end of the whole game, I felt that it tied it up so well that there's no reason to make another Halo game after this. The stories are all shut, sends you right into Halo, and it's amazing. So your team leader is Carter. He's basically the straight shooter. Then you have Kat, and she's missing her right arm. Kat's like a badass, it reminded me of Aliens. It was like Sigourney Weaver, but in a Spartan suit.
She was Ripley.
So then you have Emil, who's the typical like wacko, I'll kill everything that moves type of character. By the way, these shirts are from Zero Edge and they're spectacular.
Zero.
Then you have George, who is basically the sumo wrestler of the group, the big tough guy who carries the big heavy weapons. And then you have the marksman, who is June. The AI in this game, a lot of people were worried like, oh, the teammate's gonna suck.
They finally fixed the driving in Halo for AI.
It's spectacular. I couldn't believe how good it was.
Yeah, and they never get in your way during gun battle.
It felt like somebody was in the Warthog driving it for me.
Yeah,
so
making stops at the right spot.
Exactly.
Going slow, fast.
So how are the controls in this game? Are they innovative? Are they new? Are they pretty much the same as old?
They've perfected the controls. Everything feels right.
The whole system has been revamped. Is the best that I think it will ever get in a Halo game.
And it's the most cinematic Halo game out of all of them.
So how is the flying in space?
Actually impressed with it. I thought I'd be disappointed, but it felt like Star Fox meets TIE Fighter, which was really fun to play, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
The Saber, which is the ship that goes up into space and you actually do fly, that's not the strong point of this game. It's very well thought out and it is a fun mission. It's not like a highlight. It's not like as soon as you start playing it, you're going to be like, oh my god, this is the best thing. But it is a very nice breakup in the gameplay. So if you've played Dead Space, there's one mission where the gravity completely disappears. Now in Halo, it seems like they took that idea for one of the missions on the Corvette, and that, to me, it was amazing.
And everything's super quiet. You can barely hear anything, which is a cool effect.
It reminded me of Dead Space.
Yeah.
So ODST had Firefight. What have they done to improve it in this one?
There's way more modes now in Firefight, and they have...
Way more is an understatement.
Yes. There's also something called skulls, forged skulls. And this is like settings where you can turn them on and off, but there's way more now. You can turn on enemies will barrel roll or evade grenades.
Another thing is, if you played the beta, you can upgrade your armor. Now this doesn't do anything to your character, other than give it a nice image. Another one of the modes in Firefight is score mode. It goes towards your points and the credits to unlock more armor. In the armory, you can unlock all of the voices from your team.
Did you miss me?
So Forge mode has been drastically improved, I've been told.
Yes. Take Halo and take Little Big Planet, and you got something.
I was watching you guys do it, and when you were floating around, I pictured like this little sack boy in this Halo map being like, oh.
You could spend hours into Forge. You can create pretty much anything you want in this world that looks like Blood Gulch. You can take bases that Team Bungie has made and add on to them or take away or edit them.
I made a base last night, and it took about 4 to 5 hours to make that base, so that'll be online and we'll share it with you guys. One of the best things about Forge World has to be the fact that you've played Halo for the last 9-10 years, and you know what a good base is, and really make a base that plays perfectly for you. So you and your friends can really create this base that you had a lot of fun in the past with, but you can add to it, take away from it.
You can actually make a golf course.
And there's a soccer ball.
Don't like building bases by yourself, you can do it with a friend, which speeds up the process.
Yeah, it's
completely.
split screen, which is really cool.
Even online you can do it.
But I feel that there's a couple things like you can't copy and paste. At least we couldn't find these modes. We couldn't copy and paste an object.
Hopefully this could be some sort of DLC that they can add.
Exactly.
And it'd be nice to see some sort of covenant structures added later on.
So basically you can spend hours and hours just on Forge alone.
Not just hours and hours. You can spend a year.
Lifetime.
You can spend a year in this.
So how's multiplayer in this one?
Multiplayer is excellent. It is the cream of the crop. Le cream le crop of Halo Reach.
There's not much more they can do here. Like
everything you played in the beta, it's there. I mean, they have the new ability where you can send a clone of yourself, like a hologram, which is cool.
So another thing is the abilities are full force in the campaign as well, and they're just these little pods that you pick up during the level. You can get the jetpack, you can run, the shield, you can actually be a medic.
You throw down a bubble shield and then you can protect someone who's getting injured. New vehicles introduced in Halo Reach is the Revenant, which is the Wraith meets the Ghost. It has 2-seater and it shoots that blue thing that the Wraith shoots.
So what's your overall score, Mike?
This is another contender for Game of the Year. We've had a lot of these this year. I give it a 9.5. It's an excellent game. The campaign took us about 10 hours to beat, but everything else that it offers in this disc, it's just jam-packed. You got the Forge, you got the multiplayer, you got Firefight. This is the best Halo game made yet. Why it's not a perfect 10 is that there's some things that I can't discuss about the campaign that I did not like.
I'm giving it a 9.5 as well. The game is top-notch. The 0.5 does come from the campaign aspect of the game. There's just some moments that are a little, the word is honky for me. Other than that, the campaign is still a solid campaign. It's still up there with any other game you put it up against. For me, the funnest Halo campaign. Online multiplayer is epic. I see myself spending, 20 hours a week on this. It's insane. And Forge mode has to be my personal highlight. On the fact that you can finally build your own base in Halo is just like makes my eyes pop out of my head.
It's every Halo fan's wet dream. You're gonna be able to do everything you ever wanted in this game.
It really is insane.
Right now we're gonna plasma grenade this Latin guitarist.
My music is playing. So this has to be a big deal. Halo Reach. Halo Reach.
No, that would be me.
Oh god, I'm sorry, Michael, you hit my hand.
That looks much better.
Games, are they brand new? Are they innovative?
How much?
I've never seen Perry Green real ones. I only see fake ones.
All right, let me just. Okay, ready?
Do it while he does a solo.